Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of
Legends Only.
My name is T. Kyle,
And I'm Bradley.
and this is your weekly pop culture podcast where we talk about.
Legends Only.
We hope that you had a good Thanksgiving.
That's right, it's been a minute.
We're back.
We hope you got stuffed in more ways than one.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I thought this was going to be a classy podcast.
Oh, no.
No,
We've thrown out being classy for the holidays here,
we sure have.
as you guys all know.
Well, considering your hit single.
Well, more on that later. Yes, everyone, we want to start off with some thanks of our own.
And we're thankful.
We are for
the
the
last.
streaming and the listeners that have been by our sides.
On Radio
Oh my
Andy.
God, am I soprano? Or
Oh,
is that alto? I should learn that.
POV, you just found out you can sing.
Oh, no. Boom. No, we want to start off by thanking everyone for having Legends Only on your Spotify Wraps.
I know, that's
And
always a thrill.
It's so overwhelming because I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, we get tagged a lot on this day.
Yeah, I feel like that Wendy meme where she's pointing at herself and she's like, me?
Crying.
And yeah, it's very cool to see our pod alongside so many other great podcasts.
Yeah.
So a lot of people listen to like Good Children and Las Culturistas.
Mhm.
And I'm like, and then it's like Legends Only is up there. So I
Mhm.
feel like the taste is very.
Yeah, highbrow, lowbrow.
Yeah. We bring both.
Oh, yes, we sure do.
Yes.
Yeah.
But thank you all. And also thank you to the new listeners because we did get some data
That's true. We
from
did.
the Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah, the digging into the data. Very interesting, actually.
I love data.
Yeah.
Data, whatever. I think I just said
Tina,
both.
Diana, what's your name?
Yeah.
is?
Mario.
Yeah, I know. It provides facts,
It does.
not feelings.
Yes. Or opinions.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see. We got a ton of new listeners thanks to Sugar and Spice. That was our number one shared
Yeah.
post. We've increased our listeners this year. It tells you the percentage increase and all of that.
Yep. We
So,
increased our output
We
in
did.
minutes. I love that it tells you like how many minutes you put out.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is so stressful.
it sure is. Yeah.
Also, number 2 in listeners comes from Australia.
Yes, I told you that
gals.
accent pulled through.
I think Kylie.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
You as the number one
incessant
stan.
talk of the Minogues finally won over the home nation. So thank you to everyone in Australia for giving us a stream. We'll see you at Bondi Beach. What did I call it? Bondi Beach?
I think you said Bondi Beach.
Yeah. Wherever that beach is, we'll be there.
I got to get out there.
I just saw Christina there.
Oh, we will.
We will discuss.
We have a lot on
We
the
do.
list.
Every time we skip 1 week, it's like everything happens.
Yeah, but I mean, luckily Thanksgiving was kind of chill.
It was.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about it in the live chat.
Yeah, we did.
But speaking of Spotify Wrapped, we do have hours to go over,
We do.
which we will discuss in the after show. I have prepared my defense. Actually, like I prepared a defense.
It's a notes app apology.
No, I didn't go. It's not that serious. I didn't
Okay.
write it out, but I did think
Defensively.
out.
Yeah, it's important.
because I was kind of disappointed
Oh,
a little bit,
okay.
but you'll have to wait and see why
Ooh.
in the after show. Also, I stayed true to a promise and I watched Moulin Rouge.
You did. This is unbelievable, to be honest.
I promised everyone and I stuck to it.
You've been plowing through the wish list of things that people want you to see.
I'm sorry I have not done the Art Pop deep dive yet.
That's true.
But-
That's on the list.
I did watch Moulin Rouge. And speaking of movies, we both saw Renaissance
We did.
yesterday.
We sure did.
So we have a lot to discuss.
We do.
Now, if you don't want spoilers, don't worry. We
Then
are going to
fuck off.
save. We're going to ruin it right now. Oh my God, I can't believe when she
Spoiler alert, Renee makes an appearance.
she does. There's a lot of silver.
There is.
But we will save the review for the end of this episode.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be spoiled, you can just hit stop. After.
You could stop now. Many of you have.
Oh, that's some data that you can see.
Oh, when they
on-
stop?
Yeah, I don't really look though because I don't want to get.
Yeah, yeah. There's
know.
there's the thing is too much data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever. That made no sense. Apple Podcasts, whatever back end, it'll tell you when they leave.
Never look at the back end too long. I'm telling you.
Not much to look at back here. So. God.
Keep on serving pancake.
Literally. Whatever. My legs.
Not anymore. No. It's honestly, like with the squats and stuff, I would be surprised if you didn't have some development because of all the PT.
Yeah. How can I show them off?
Well, this is an audio production.
I'm coming down your chimney with my calves out.
Oh, there we go.
New single.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that. Well, one thing that did happen the week that we were off.
Slay!
That we need to discuss. The BBMAs came back, and it happened on Sunday. So, like, we record Saturday, and then the BBMAs happened, but, like, not really. It was, like, live streamed.
Yeah, pre-taped performances, live stream only.
She's going through it.
She's going through it.
She's having a year.
But I will also say, especially when we went through this during the lockdowns, I do love a pre-taped performance. You get to have the budget and the time to plan these things. We love the chaos of the live performance, but there's something to be said, including one we will be discussing.
Yeah. So BB Rexa.
Which is what the awards are named after.
Mm-hmm.
It's the BBMAs.
BBMAs.
Yeah.
They should be.
Stands for Rexar Awards.
She did an I'm Good / 1 in a Million medley. Like opera vocal
orchestral
version.
Opera.
That was so fucking good.
Tits out.
Now, the way I saw this on the platform formerly known as Twitter, with people being like, wait, are you kidding me? This eats. Okay, wait a minute, Miss BB. Like,
BB
a lot of the kids were like, or I don't know, it's like Stan tweets.
Yeah.
So I just assumed that they're like 21.
Sure.
But it really impressed people.
Yeah.
The arrangement, the notes, the vocals, a classically trained singer.
The strange apparition of David Guetta behind her.
Which made it even funnier.
That was incredible.
Like, it literally looked like a In Memoriam.
Yes, it absolutely did. Or like Xenon or whatever from Power Rangers, the one in the tube.
Oh.
Zordon.
Literally, Zordon Guetta. Oh my God, I'm Good Blue Ranger. Look at that.
There's a concept, honestly.
Yeah, it was so bizarre. It was like her singing this like incredible. I saw someone on TikTok did like the notes. They like tracked every note that she hit.
Oh,
the octaves. Or
yeah,
I should know this. The notes, yeah. And then it's just like David Guetta. And I'm like, this is so.
It's a jump scare.
It's as funny as the I Had a Dream.
Yes.
Remix.
Yeah.
Which still But yeah, BB slayed this.
She did. There was also the Tate one because Tate has been going wild while we were away. She did that Saturday Night Live performance with the breakdown. She did the BBMAs one. Greedy and X's. She's Tate McSlay is really having a moment right now. Needless to say, all these performances keep going viral for her dance breaks. So BBMA is no exception.
Yeah, people are taking notice.
They are.
Also, Mariah's was really good too.
Yes, we had our festive moment.
Her Christmas moment.
Sure did.
I feel like that's the only one I saw though. Those 3.
Yeah. There were more.
Oh.
But it was
hard to keep track of
to keep track because yes. And I don't know if this is the new normal for them or if they were experimenting or whatever, but interesting concept.
I wonder if they got screwed because of F1 in Vegas.
Ooh, interesting theory.
Because they're always in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Or recently, they've always been in Vegas.
Yeah. Because I went in 2016 at the T-Mobile Arena.
Oh my God, iconic.
Yeah.
I'll never forget your text. How did it look on TV?
Yeah.
I'm like, she fucking ate.
Yes, I was there to witness the 2016 Britney medley in the flesh. But yeah, now things are a little different. And I don't know. Is this the future of award shows to sort of limit
not
it
put
like
them on
this?
TV?
I don't know because nobody's watching either. I mean, barely they are, but like not to the degree of like a football game.
Yeah. That.
Whatever that is.
Well, we'll have to find out, I guess.
I guess so.
Not my problem to solve.
No,
just come on here and talk about it. Unless anyone wants to hire me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it again. If anyone is looking to add a creative to their team, hello.
If anyone needs anybody to slide down a chimney at the awards.
Well, there's some other girls who are not sliding down a chimney.
Oh.
But they are, I don't know, like a reference to make here, but they're back. Why don't you tell everyone let everyone know what that is?
I was excited to see where you were going to go with this with no knowledge of them, but it was exciting for me. Yes, I'll try and keep this brief as I know the knowledge on this particular subject is a bit one-sided for this podcast.
I'm going to educate myself in 2024.
Okay.
I promise.
A promise I made. The girl group known as Girls Aloud officially announced their reunion tour while we were away. Happened on Thanksgiving Day. They dropped that teaser.
Were you thankful?
You can tell online. I have gotten so many DMs being like, oh, wow, you're really excited about that. I don't think people knew because they kind of wrapped up by 2013. I mean, if you knew that version of me then, you would know I was standing a lot. But, you know, between 13 and now, there wasn't a lot to say or do. They weren't together. It was, I stand the solo efforts maybe, but like, you wouldn't really know. I don't know.
No, they missed like the big social surge.
That's the other thing.
Same with Spice Girls. Like
20 consecutive top 10 hits. It's a Guinness World Record, but it happened right before the age of streaming and everything, really. So like Americans being clueless about it makes me so upset because it's like they just missed it. But we know what that's like. Like there are certain,
a lot of people.
There are certain acts who like were slaying right before this age, and then it's like, no, you don't understand. Basically, if you don't know, they were formed, I think I've said this before, on Pop Stars The Rivals, which was a reality TV show where they created a girl group and a boy band. And at the end, they pitted them against each other to sell a single, and whoever came out on top like won. And Girls Aloud won. They wore these iconic shirts that said, "By girls, B-Y, by boys, B-Y-E," that were like part of the campaign. Slayed it, and went on to have a fantastic run of albums. I found them because of a Britney forum, 2005. Somebody posted their song, The Show, the video, and then I did my deep dive and became obsessed thanks to Pop Justice. If there are any Pop Justice girls out there, it's been love ever since. I've had a whole lot of history with several of the members. Nadine headlined for a showcase I did in New York. You were there, I believe, with Neon Hitch and Nadine. No, maybe you weren't.
I don't think I was.
Okay.
What year was that?
2011, I think, or 12. Maybe it was right before we met, actually. It might have been.
Maybe.
Yeah. No one was on that roster that you would have been interested in, though. Like, you wouldn't have known.
Or that's when we were still, like, internet friends.
Yeah.
I feel like we knew each other.
Yeah.
But we weren't, like, friends.
Right. But I'll dig up. I did, like, very low budget, like, interviews with an iPhone with Nadine backstage and stuff. She performed at Splash.
Maybe it was too ahead of its time for certain people.
In any case, my favorite girl group, they are coming back. They're performing all throughout the UK, Ireland, England, and I will be seeing them at the O2. They've been doing a bunch of interviews. They've been delightfully chaotic. The appeal of Girls Aloud is that they were extremely rowdy. They were photographed like spilling out of bars and in clubs. They were known for like being the wild child girl group. Bratty, bossy, whatever, and the lyrics are sort of also like that. And they had an incredible run of songs with the production troupe Xenomania with Brian Higgins. And what else can I say about them? Just that they are my faves. The music is incredible. They announced this comeback. They started doing a countdown. Each girl posted like 4, 3, 2, 1. Of course, Cheryl got the last one. I'm sure there was some sort of...
Is she the Beyoncé of the group?
Sort of. She's the only one who had like #1 like albums and hits from the solo career, sort of. So, yes.
Is she more of a Beyonce or more of a Nicole?
Not a Nicole. Definitely not a Nicole.
Yeah, what
for
I'm
a variety
saying.
of reasons. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, because one of their great things is, and they're open about this, they would all sing the song, and then Brian would sort of Frankenstein whatever parts he thought were best from each girl. So like they had no idea of the final product in the end until they listened back. But they're all over it. They all have their own iconic moments on each song. So unfortunately, Sarah passed away 2 years ago. They're still doing this tour. They did the 10 tour, which was the 10-year reunion, with her, and that's the first time I went over to London to go see that. They had all intention of doing 20. Unfortunately, she was too ill. They were planning it then, and she said, you know what, guys, I actually can't. So unfortunately, she passed away from breast cancer, and the girls came together last year to do benefits for her and to raise money for charity. And, you know, they've said in recent interviews, like, Sarah wanted to go ahead with it, and she told us that we should still do something. It's like a weird emotional time. A lot of the girls are being very candid about how this is bittersweet. This was always the plan, but it was supposed to be all 5.
Yeah.
And one cool thing is they're still deciding how to do this, but Sarah has such iconic lines in the songs that they're thinking they're going to maintain her vocals in the tour. And I don't know how exactly it'll work, but like maybe she'll come up on screen or something, but it's very much a celebration of her. She was a very, very distinct personality of the group. Definitely the wild child, rowdy one. So, yeah, it's all a little bittersweet. It's just bizarre to see this group sort of in the TikTok age. They're trying to do the sound stuff now. I see the Jessie Ware iconically did a podcast with them. She did Table Manners, and they recreated a funny moment from their Ghost Hunters episode that I always reference. They're getting it, but it is weird to see your faves in the new age, like trying to adjust to the times and whatever. But they're doing a great job, and they seem to be having fun. Makes me emotional. It's really cool to see them like doing their intro lines again and everything.
I'm excited for you.
I got a lot of congratulation messages. Like it was me.
Well, because it's like, I mean, the Spice Girls announced return with all 5.
Yes.
I would be losing look at my fucking merch desk.
I know.
Like, I would lose
you are
my
a Spice
mind.
Boy. Yeah, and not that I'm not either. For me, I'm sort of so aggravated with them that I've like let it go a little bit.
I have let it go too.
Like it's like,
but I would
specifically,
shake and cry.
I'm mad, of course, at Victoria. Like, clearly, at least 3 of those girls, 4 of them seem really eager. So it is annoying, and we've seen them do the tour without her, and it works. But it's like it's just power of 4 needs 1 girl more.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and girl groups are just my thing in general. I mean, I just live for a girl group. So I'm delighted, very happy. And that's really not even the only thing we have to talk about girl groups. It's been a very girl group heavy week.
It sure has. Mm-hmm. And this girl group, we want to give a special shout out in a segment that we like to call High Fashion. So editorial.
Guys, this is awesome.
This is a billboard.
This is super high fashion.
Oh my God, that's so high fashion.
So high fashion.
Say my name, say my name.
Say all of their names.
Yes.
To be honest.
The whole group.
DC5, never been done before, to be honest. Would be game changing if they did that. We are talking, of course, about the complete Destiny's Child reunion that just occurred not only on screen. Oh, we're not supposed to spoil things.
I think that is known.
We do. Yeah.
It was in the commercial. If you didn't watch the commercial, I don't expect that you're going to go see the movie. So, like, it wasn't the commercial, right?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
The second trailer?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Spoiler. I bet there's some people listening who didn't even know that there was a DC5.
Probably. Well, one of the cool things is that they really, in my opinion anyway, the vibe was very much like Bad Blood for so long. It felt like the joke was like, oh, rotating members, and
it felt distanced.
And
I would say
now to see all past and present iterations of the group together. I mean, I would love if the Sugar Babes did that, but in any case, like Destiny's Child doing it is so important. They're another one that is huge to me. Middle school would not be the same without the Survivor album and, you know, Destiny Fulfilled, but also Writing on the Wall and everything.
Yeah.
So they all came out in support of Beyonce's Renaissance in LA. And then there was a London premiere. There were 2 premieres. But Kelly Rowland, Michelle Williams, Latavia Robertson, and LaToya Luckett. Farrah was actually getting her luggage. She missed this particular reunion. She has blocked me on X, but but yeah, it was, and I'm just going to say it. And it's not just because I stan her the most. Michelle ate.
They all did.
They truly all did. Michelle, my God, the Bridge Williams.
Oh, I love that.
I think she changed her name to Bridgerton or something on Instagram, actually. She's like fully aware that she's known as like Michelle, quote, Bridgerton Williams.
I love that.
There would be no bridges without her. She built them
true.
all. They all look so good together. We didn't get like
the cone tits from Kelly. I mean,
that Gaultier.
I feel like people probably know this by now, but like Kelly's my favorite.
I mean, she's unstoppably amazing. We are Rolling Stones.
I am a Rolling Stone.
Absolutely.
Kelly Rowe legendary.
Absolutely.
Like that meme, that screenshot that you see on the internet that says like producer telling Kelly Rowland that like her nickname is that. That was me, by the way.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And she complimented my hair. And I'm like, oh, me? Like, you're beautiful.
Horror queen, Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, for so many reasons. And I think her solo career, while there are definitely like top 10, top 20 hits in her discography, I think it's so slept on in a lot of ways. Oh, it's so good.
Stole.
Huh.
I know that's like the true kind of a song, but like, gets me.
And I mean, the whole Commander era, truly, that was the definition of like Hell's Kitchen. You'd hear that out.
Would you say that it deserves justice?
Perhaps it should be a bop that deserves justice. But yeah, it was really heartwarming to see all of them there, and they all looked great. And I don't know, people are rumbling. Could it be?
I have thoughts on this that we will discuss.
I'm interested
with like the
to
movie
hear.
because
Okay.
I feel like we've always thought that like there was something brewing, and
Yeah.
then my thoughts have changed and evolved further.
Yes.
So yeah,
exciting. Oh, and we should discuss. I mean, that was truly the high fashion moment, both of the premieres. So we had Beyonce show up giving Alien Superstar, the white hair, the silver outfit, all of that at the LA premiere, which then because of the makeup and the look and everything, she appeared very light. And there was some bleaching allegations. There was some criticism. Miss Tina Knowles.
I love her.
She is so good on Instagram.
But Beyonce's sitting there like, get her phone from her.
Yes. She went in on that white lady from TMZ. So good. Oh. And then a lot of like MUAs and, stylists also chimed in with like, look, it's the way that she was dressed and lit and photographed. Like, yes, this happens. So, and then she trolled.
She also wasn't the only one. Like, if you look at the whole photo shoot, everything is kind of washed out.
Yeah. But then I think it was a troll that when she showed up to London
in the full
all white.
Oh yeah. I thought the same thing.
Yeah. It is a laughable allegation. And people come at her about everything all the time anyway, so we shouldn't be shocked. And I will say, I did prefer that look to the London look. The London was the black outfit.
Leotard.
The leotard with the thing on the poussey.
Oh, yeah.
What
Christina's
was it?
Impact.
Yes, it was very...
Was it a weed leaf?
It looked like a weed leaf, but it was a... I forget which
would be
flower.
iconic.
Yeah. Now I'm forgetting which flower. But it was like not a weed leaf.
No. Or a flashing heart like Christina.
It should have been a flashing heart. But yeah, and some other people showed up too.
Her look in London looked like Single Ladies music video to me.
It was
like elevated.
Yeah. But then the after party look with the like couture piece that she was wearing was insane, and that was better than both premieres. That was just like wild. And then
her sitting at the table with it.
Yes,
I'm like, ow.
Yeah.
Like, how do you? If you go to reach for like your fork, is it going to slice your arm?
You're
open?
like wearing 1,000 reed diffusers, basically, like all around you,
like sharp metal. Is it? I would assume it's metal.
Probably, yeah. It looked very sharp.
Yeah, it looked really like.
She probably loved it because it kept everyone away. Do not touch the art.
Do not give me a hug.
Yeah, she looked so fucking good there. And that photo shoot with the like mirrors, it was giving Monster, the bar in New York, when you go down the stairs and it's all mirrors.
Oh,
I was like, is she at the Monster bar?
She should be.
She should be. Loved that. And yes, we also had a certain fellow stadium performer,
movie theater
Get
lady.
a good lawyer.
returning the favor. and showing up in
Favor. No. She should be blessed to get that invite.
And honestly, I do, as much as we, poke fun, it's very iconic that the two biggest stadium selling women of 2023, like who dominated the tour scene, showed their support to each other. That's so cool. And, like kind of showed their own flair with their outfit at each respective event. I know the Swifties got...
Fit with the theme.
The Swifties got their panties in a bunch because they thought Taylor was wearing a snake, but now they're thinking it's like vines or leaves or something and not a snake. I mean, we'll get into it. They've lived on Clownelio Street a few times this week.
Who hasn't? Yeah, there was a tweet from... Although his Twitter is now locked now, so does that mean he doesn't want it?
What happened?
Our friend Tim Fitzgerald.
No, it's always been locked.
Oh.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
So he's fine if I read the... I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah. He X'd, tweeted, whatever. Musicality aside, it's quite cool to see two women who effectively boosted the global economy and will likely save movie theaters, link up and support each other.
Exactly.
And I'm like, that is it. In one sentence.
Like in all seriousness, like I don't give a shit about the Stan Wars between the two.
No.
Like it's just like cool
Tired
to
at
see.
this point.
Did Taylor eat up the carbon emissions a bit more? Yeah, but that's fine. That it was really cool to see. And also Taylor was like a very giving attendee. Like she went out of her way. It wasn't like a very, I'm just here for the photo. If you saw the videos, she was like going up for all the selfies, being very down to earth, normal. And like, I don't know, because at this point, she's so fucking such a superstar that it is insane, like her numbers. So it's so cool to see her just like go up to the fans, take the photos and stuff.
She probably can let loose at somebody else's premiere.
Exactly.
Because
I'm sure she loved that.
It's not like they announced it. Like, oh, Taylor's going to this. So
yeah. It's just because they have that fucking insane account that tracks her private jet. That's how they found out. There's like data. There's data.
That's real?
Yes.
That's not a fake.
I don't think so. They found. We knew she was going to London.
Okay, for years, I have literally thought that thing was just like, the Santa tracker at the end of the year?
Yes.
I thought that it was like a Stan fake account that was like the Taylor tracker.
Because they track Elon's jets, of course. They definitely track her jets, I'm pretty sure. We all knew she was going to London.
That's so scary.
It's so scary. I hate that.
Like, imagine if someone had like a tracker on me when I went to Dunkin' Donuts every morning.
Well, nobody needs one. They know where you're...
But like, that's scary as fuck.
It is.
We need to shut that account down.
We do. I think Elon's tried to shut down his jet ones too. It is crazy.
Anyway.
But she looked like she was having a fine time. All things... I always like sort of marvel at the fact that she can seemingly be a normal human being at the state that she's currently in. Like, you would think it's just overwhelming.
Yeah, you just have to like accept your legendness.
You do.
And that's the life you're in, so you might as well have fun doing it.
And maybe we can owe it all to the true queens of the night, Paine and Yvette, who actually outslayed everyone. Their publicists, if you don't know, are almost celebrities in their own right.
Yeah, they are like public figures.
Especially Tree, who famously comes after the press and tweeted for the first time in years to take down,
like, from the
jet.
Like, she must have been like 3/4 into the Renaissance
Somebody said
movie.
It was 4 a.m. London time. Like, she got home in her hotel room after the premiere and was like, these motherfuckers.
Okay, but like in LA time, that's kind of, she's like still up.
Right.
It's like dinner time for her.
I'm sure she's jet lagged.
Yeah.
She's reading mean tweets and like getting people sued. But yes,
get a good lawyer.
Your favorite, Dux Moy, otherwise known as Demois,
Gatter Jade,
posted a like
what the fuck are they even talking about? I lost that plot.
Okay, so there was Demois is dead set on the fact that Taylor and the previous boyfriend had a marriage ceremony. That whole little spiel was like, I don't care what you guys say. Like, I know it's true. I whatever.
And who was the last one again?
Joe Alwyn. Joe Alwyn.
From that band?
No, that was the brief stint. Joe Alwyn looks like that. He's the actor.
Oh, okay.
British.
Because I saw the name Joe and I was like, are they talking about Joe Jonas still? Like, what?
They're still... No, this was Joe Alwyn. She was quite a long time they were together, and Demois is dead set on the idea that they definitely had a secret marriage or ceremony.
Okay.
And that was, I guess, the thing that set off Tree and was like, it never happened. Fuck you. Fuck your lies. But then because I was like, that's kind of a strange one to come out of retirement for to tweet about. But people have been telling me, I don't actually look at the Demois unless somebody sends me.
Yeah.
But apparently they've been really going in on Taylor lately with like alleged gossip stories. So I think Tree just got fed up.
Yeah, I looked at Duxmoy after this tweet, and
Yeah.
they were talking about this a lot, the Taylor
Yeah.
thing a lot, and I'm like, oh, this is so old. Why
Right.
are we? And the one they wrote something like, "This, I will die on this hill."
Yeah, that
Like,
was the one that got her.
I know that this is true.
Yes.
It's like, okay,
So it is very.
can I admit something? Can I confess something here?
Did you send in a blind tip?
I am going to confess something on here on this day.
Oh, no.
I sent in a fake, totally made up tip to Duxmoy once,
yeah.
and it got on their Instagram story.
Oh.
And in that moment, I was like, they're so full of shit. I'm never looking at this thing again.
Well, now we need to know the tip.
I'm not, that one, save it for the book one day. I'll write a song about it.
Watch it be the Taylor marriage story.
It's not.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to mess with that fire?
No, the thing is, they really do just like screenshot any tip and put it up there. It's like,
Mhm.
maybe.
You don't even know.
No, I don't. It's about me.
No, it's Moo-Moo's.
Most spotted likely place for him to
Yeah.
be.
Keeps telling everyone he has 12 fans. He really only has 9. I looked at them. I know. Because I was just like, you know how I feel about that kind of stuff. And I feel like we talked about
Yes.
it. There's a thing that I have with the internet, and I feel like the way that people can just say things as definitive fact is such a problem.
Yeah.
There's things are stupid, like a fake marriage or like a marriage thing is really not that serious.
No, but it makes me feel like it was a lot bubbling up.
Yeah,
before
but it
that.
also like it creates an environment online of just total disinformation and misinformation.
Yes.
And that bleeds into everything. And it's not good to do. So I just did a little experiment of my own.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, great.
Wow. That was an exclusive.
Get a good lawyer.
Truly.
Is that illegal what I did?
No.
Okay.
That is not illegal. Blind items are like fast and furious everywhere anyway.
Yeah.
So in any case, wow, that was a revealing fact about you.
Yep.
But what we can say definitively from Team Swift is that the movie is coming out on demand, on streaming, what have you, on what else? The 13th.
Oh.
You see what she did there.
Yeah, I do.
But before that happened, the fandom really clowned themselves.
Again.
Hard.
They're like kind of on a clown
QAnon.
streak. Like a little bit.
They'll never walk Clownelia Street again. Well, yes, they will. Every day. Yeah,
I
they're
know, trying to sneak into her garage.
there's too much. That's why I'm like, how is she even normal? I would be so
Scared.
shaken. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so everyone thought Reputation, and by everyone I mean assorted fans thought Reputation Taylor's version would be announced at the final show of 2023. Nothing happened. But because there were like subtle, I guess Tree was wearing like a black dress. The Empire State Building clowned people and said like there is no explanation, only Reputation. It showed like a black and white picture of the building. So they were like, the Empire State Building's on it.
Well, it was like when Dunkin' Donuts did that thing with the beads.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh my God, Taylor, like
Taylor,
collab
yeah.
incoming. Like it's now become a thing. So all these
Yeah.
brands and everyone's going to start
And
tricking you.
You know, you do have to blame her a little because like her whole brand is Easter eggs now and stuff. But as I watched one impassioned Swiftie explain on TikTok, her Easter eggs are fairly in your face. Like the fans are the ones who kind of come up with the insane, like if you do 4 + 2 divided by this and that, like they find like coincidences, I would say.
Mm.
But like Taylor,
synchronicities.
synchronicities, I would say, you know, things like what was it, the Karma video or something else. There was like obvious pointing to things, but she creates an environment where everything is a panic and they're counting the holes in a fence. Like, and sometimes it does turn out to be true. So you can never have a moment of rest when you're a Taylor fan. That's why it's a lot easier to just sit back and not partake.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that
Also, like I am confused why people think that like she would announce Reputation now when the movie is like wrapping. Like she just announced on demand.
yeah.
I don't know.
She then released Midnight's bonus track "You're Losing Me" to streaming as a gift for being the Spotify main girly. I think that was the reason.
Yeah, it was like global
Mhm.
top artist.
Yeah. which is nice. I actually really like that song. I have said in the Discord, I do stand that song's bridge. So count me in as Swifty curious at the moment.
Swifty curious.
Some of my best friends are Swifties, okay?
Swy curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Tree curious.
Also, like, there's only 2 albums left.
Yeah. And
so what do you, I mean, obviously it's going to be Reputation next, like, duh.
I think it's very poetic, and I think we've even said it, that obviously she'll end on her own name, her self-titled debut. That seems very obvious. We just had 1989, though. I am confused why people thought it would be so fast. Like, you didn't even give it a month or something.
Yeah, she's going to be on tour all next year. So she's going to...
Yeah. I mean, she's done several albums on tour, so...
I think we're going to get Reputation in Q2.
Okay.
And I think we're going to get Debut in Q4.
Well, you heard it here first with the insider tea from Tree.
Watch, I'm like correct.
No, I mean, it's not
it's
not unreasonable to think of that timeline at all.
No. You have to this is a businesswoman.
This is a businesswoman. Nobody should be dropping things in the holiday season anyway.
Yes, it's business.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
And who knows who she's going to have as, stunts for the videos or for the features, like.
Oh, yeah, we got into that in the
live chat
about Delicate and like My Reputation's Never Been Worse. Oh, there's so many things.
So give her some time to cook.
Well, speaking of the live chat, we did just have, if you are an icon over on our Patreon, quick shout out. We want to thank our Patreon supporters over on patreon.com. Sorry, I said it like 8 times. /legends only. I don't know what melody that was. I was trying to do a Taylor Swift one, but like
I was thinking of Taylor too, but then it became like folklore, and then I don't know I don't know.
My Patreon has never been worse. So patreon.com/legends only. Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah.
So over there, if you're an icon and the icon tier, we did a live chat last Thursday. We talked about this, and then we also just started a new daily mini series for the month of December. 31 days of bops that deserve justice.
Yes, every day we demand justice for a new bop, and it's like an advent calendar.
Yeah.
The concept is basically, every day is a bop.
I know, because I feel like everyone does an advent calendar now.
Yeah.
Like I saw one of my friends does one that's like jams, like that you put on toast.
Oh, I would love to get into a daily jam situation.
And then there's one that does a candle one. So it's like a little candle.
I love that.
And so I was like, well, what could we do?
Daily bops.
Yeah, we just ranting
about bops
that deserves justice every day. So you like open your email.
Concepted by you.
Well, I yeah. But I mean, it's not advent calendars. I didn't invent advent calendars.
Oh no, you did.
I remember the ones back in the day when I was a kid. Did you ever have the one where it's had the little chocolates in them?
Oh, let me tell you, it was like the highlight of the year.
Oh, it was like I'd open it up.
They're
and
like
a snowman. I'd be like, ah!
I don't know if it was the anticipation, but I felt like those chocolates were extra delicious.
They were.
Like there was something was happening.
Back in the day, they made everything better.
That's true.
That's a different conversation.
That is.
There was a quality back then.
There was.
But yeah, it was like the same chocolate flavor every single day.
Uh-huh.
But you'd be like shaking at what the shape was going to be.
Yeah, it was going to be like Santa or like present or something. I think we all had that. It was like large too. It was, yeah.
And it had that like really cheap plastic in, so it made that crunch, that sound. You get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that.
That's this. Just visualize that when you're listening to each daily episode.
Mm-hmm.
What shape is this going to be in? Is it going to be in the shape of Don't Call Me Angel or?
Well, it would be in the shape of Christina's red anal bead microphone if I could make one.
I wish.
And speaking of eating.
Yes. Or not
spitting.
Not swallowing.
We are talking about Christina Aguilera, who made her way down under.
She sure did. Kind of half up, half down under.
Serving Cavant in Australia.
Severely.
This is her first time back in a long time, right? I don't know the number.
Yeah, she said since Back to Basics, I believe.
Wow.
I think she said so.
I almost said something shady, and it's the holiday season. I'm going to refrain. Christina, I love you. It's fine. I lost my train of thought. So Christina's back in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So Christina's back down under, and there is a video that was on Instagram, and I did screen record it, so we will include it in our Instagram carousel so you can see this visual.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've been following along on this podcast, you know that there is a theme with Christina of like spitting gum.
Yes, there is a very memorable clip of her doing
the
so.
Today Show clip, which I did get a message from a fighter that was like,
Ricola.
Yeah, it was a
like
Ricola.
Maybe it's,
like it was her throat lozenge.
How
and
dare
I'm like,
you?
Okay.
It still got tossed into the audience.
It still got tossed into the audience. Oh, this clip of Christina Aguilera, it is so fucking iconic. She has the mic and she's like completely silhouetted. Like it's just like Cavant silhouette with like the mic stand, and you just see her go and the wad is so big that you see the shadow of the wad in the silhouette.
You sure do.
And then she just goes, hi. It is so good.
She was going the distance too. She was trying to hit the front row. It's real good. Yeah, she went down under. She gave him a little taste of whatever projectile.
Licky, yum, yum.
Don't even need a plate, just your face.
She
sure
good.
did.
But that is not the only thing that she did.
Certainly not. This has been a busy week.
She has a new photo shoot in Style.
This In Style Mexico.
Is it 2001 again?
Debutina.
Is it 1998 again?
It is definitely 98. Emphasis on the 8.
Maybe gagged.
Like, she looks phenomenal. She is standing on a stool in front of a brutalist concrete background. She is posing in like a power suit, just looking absolutely incredible. This has been between the Vegas residency announcement look and this, just, oh my God. Like, and then the behind the scenes video of it too is such a serve.
Oh my God.
I mean,
I am so ready for next year with Christina Aguilera.
She's getting fired up.
There better be a new album. I'm going to say it out loud. The fighter's going to jump out. Christina, I get that you're doing Vegas, but I want another pop album, anthems, dance bops.
I need you to sell
vocals
out hard. All the biggest names, producers. I want it to be like unapologetically, like get yourself a Feel This Moment, get yourself a Moves Like Jagger on the radio, and do like a big old bangers album.
Let There Be Love.
Let There Be Love. But I agree with you. I would love that too. At least a new song to accompany the residency, although it is getting pretty soon already. But we need some of that.
And then Burlesque is incoming too. So like,
yeah,
we need that as well.
We do. But she's slaying.
She is slaying, and she's also sponsoring because she did a What's in My Bag.
She did for Menu Log.
Oh.
Which I believe is just
a log of menus.
Based on the logo, this is just...
Well, she is eating, so...
this is the Just Eats equivalent probably in Australia.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. Which means she is Grubhub / Just Eat / Menu Log adjacent with this What's in My Bag, which probably deserves a whole episode of its own. I was tagged in this many times. First of all of the comments on TikTok are just, I can't believe that's her. Like, oh my God. Like,
yeah,
she's
queen
serving. But
she has Fenty Beauty in her bag, which I was kind of shocked by.
She does not like smells that are offensive to her. So she made a really big deal about having just like a yummy peppermint oil. What was it? Too many smells around her that she can't control. So there's this peppermint oil that she loves. So she's always spraying that around, locals or probably in the Vegas crowd. She's
oh my God.
Spraying them down.
Front row at Xtina Vegas. You're going to get pepper sprayed in the eye with
right in the eye.
Oil.
Then a piece of gum.
Gum in your hair. Then you're going to get whacked with a red anal bead microphone.
I enjoy it.
I would love it.
Oh, me too. That would be the dream. What else was there? The incredible playground promo where she has little samples of lube for her girlfriends.
Sleep in her bag.
I love these. These are so cute.
And then, here's a Nintendo Switch.
She packed all the promo in one. It was like a dream come true. It was all
It's
the
literally all
ex-Tina
her
promo.
SponCon.
Yes.
I was waiting for her to pull out a needle of
Zeman.
Zeman.
Yeah. What I have here is just a single dose. The Zeman is just Zemaning. What's her secret? Zeman. She has the little, oh yeah, she also threw in the snacks to do the menu log, I think, tie-in by being like, oh, my kids really love these chocolates. The one that killed me was the playing cards.
Oh,
She was just like
what?
When I'm bored, I just play cards.
But you have a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. She's got a lot of toys for herself. But yeah, her Rihanna shout out was delightful.
I'm obsessed with her.
Same. And this was a big bag. She got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Do you remember this is really good too. The TMJ moment when she said that her jaw gets really tight. So she needs to like open it up.
Well, that explains that huge
the blowjobs. Oh, I enjoy them. Oh yeah, and also I'm thinking of all the things in her fucking bag. The whatchamacallit, the personal muscle relaxing.
Oh yeah,
thing.
those things do slay.
They do.
Not sponsored.
She's like, you just have somebody do it for you.
Yeah. You can use that on yourself though.
Oh, definitely a massage gun.
Yeah.
People get creative with those. Anyway. I'm sure she does too.
She probably does.
Yeah, definitely.
Woohoo!
Oh,
I don't need a plate, just a massage gun. I still can't get over that Just Eats commercial.
So expensive,
Also,
so
like,
rich.
They need to do one that's like, did someone say just eat? And they're like, I'm about to, like, play off that.
Yeah. God, there's a concept there.
Yeah.
Well,
what do I know? Well, speaking of sponsored, another queen has continued her run of sponsoring products and not making music.
Oh, yeah?
Hilary Duff. She's not coming clean anymore, but her new products are.
Scented clean, maybe.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored yet. However, didn't you hit purchase?
Yeah. So Hilary Duff has a new brand called Below 60. I just bought from it. Not sponsored.
I don't know if
Below 60.
Do we think it's her brand or do you think it's a collab?
I feel like she is like the head of it because the recent post said, like, curious what sparked Hilary's love for home fragrances, want to know her best hacks for cozy, calming space, blah, 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 whatever. If you have some burning questions for Below 60 and our chief brand director, now's your chance to get them answered. So, like, is that implying that, like, she's the chief brand director?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's serving in all of these ads.
She is.
And I thought the little component looked so cute. So I did buy it during the live chat.
It's like
it's on the way.
It's like Glade.
Not
plug-in.
Sponsored. I did pay for this.
Yeah.
It's on the way. It's a shipment.
But the reason that it's making the rounds, I suppose, on late night is she introduced the names of these fragrances, which are very unique.
Yeah, very single titles.
Very Lana titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is only three right now?
Yeah, for now.
Yes. Okay, so there's 3 fragrances. Let's get into them. If citrus were a feeling, that was the one that Seth kind of dragged her for.
Yeah, what would that feeling be?
Just sort of like
happy.
Yeah.
Bright, cheery. Summer.
Sort of
poolside.
Beach vibes, sunset
an iced
vibes.
Tea.
Yeah. The next one, mint disco on ice. Now that's the one that she said, and it felt very coded. Oh, a lot of men love that one.
Gaze skating.
Men love like mint and like fresh and like cooling and pine, she said.
Well, that's one I got. So I'll let you guys know.
Mint disco on ice sounds
gay.
Like it tastes like crisp. Like you can almost taste that. Mint disco on ice. I'm like, okay, the flavor.
That'd be a good drink. Like a nice.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like a. Almost
Definitely
like a mojito.
Mint mojito, I was going to say. Yes. So she's really
That's an
killing
idea
it with
for
that
a
one.
kickoff party. You name all the drinks after the flavors and you color that. Why am I giving away free ideas in this fucking podcast again?
Don't let Miss Duff hear this.
I'm done talking on this.
Yeah. And finally, the best one, the Lana Del Rey title. Vanilla buys a timeshare in paradise.
Wow, rich.
I love that one. So that tells me it's like
paradise.
Vanilla surrounded by like, again, citrus, but also tropical, whatever, warm.
Leaves.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's a smart idea. I never really thought about it, but having fragrances be so weirdly titled. I mean,
Yeah,
we have some like
it's because gays like us talk about it, and then everyone's
but
gonna
like
be
if
like,
she
"Oh,
just
what's that?"
if she came out with vanilla, nobody would be like, "Oh."
Yeah,
But now I do hope we get to dive in a little deeper. I hope there's something like dignity. Where'd you smell your dignity? I think you left it in
Ooh.
your house.
Where's your dignity? Could be a good like sexy scent.
Of course, all the stands went rabid in her comments, and they were like, "Oh, are you releasing With Love, the fragrance again?"
Oh,
Apparently that was a hit then.
it was.
Yeah.
I have those ads in my Legends binder.
Mhm. Honestly, she should though. Like a limited edition With Love scent, it would go crazy.
Just put it in a little clip and add it to your little diffuser.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Come Clean is right there.
Come Clean is so right there. It's actually infuriating that it's not one already. Sparks. Well, you don't really smell those as much.
Sparks could be like a.
This scent
a
should have been number one
champagne.
for 50 fucking years.
I don't know if that'll fit on packaging.
Y'all made this scent flop. That should be the title.
Sparks is cute though,
Sparks is cute.
because there's that one candle from Bath and Body Works, not sponsored. That's like champagne, or like black tie or whatever, and it's like a champagne for the new year.
Yeah.
That could be Sparks.
Reach out and smell me.
Oh,
There's concepts there.
Little Lies.
Oh.
Oh,
But you know her. She won't even touch any recognition of her music, I feel like. So
no.
if she put out a scent with love,
One in
it
a
would
million.
fly. Oh, that's great.
Oh, everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wait,
enough.
breathe in, breathe out. It's sitting there. Damn. Well, maybe she'll
new
acknowledge.
chief brand directors over here.
Yeah, we are. Surprise. I mean, we would live.
I would have so much fun doing that because like the branding of this brand is so chic.
It is.
But like cool and hip.
It is. Well,
Hillary Duff, if you're hiring.
call us.
I like literally though. And I have one on the way. I think, when is it arriving? It'll probably be back by here next week. So
Okay. We'll have a
if
first
it is, I'll
scent.
plug it in and then.
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
here-
Have it plugged.
Kidding.
When it found out there's like asbestos in it and we're like inhaling it.
No, she said it's clean.
Oh, okay. Never
And
mind.
she's a
I trust
mother.
her.
She would never do that. I lost my doc. Where are we? Oh, we're still in high fashion.
Oh, wow.
Oh, SZA for Variety.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a tee up for the Grammys.
Yeah, definitely.
When I saw this, I was like, oh, she's winning.
Yeah, I feel like the odds are pretty high for her that
Yeah.
she might take it this year. 2024.
Like just the success of the album
Mhm.
and the tour and this. I'm like, ooh, she's starting.
Yeah, she's named Hitmaker of the Year by Variety. Variety put out all their like what's the word for it? Just honorary titles for
Things
all
at the end of the
all
year.
the legends of
Yeah.
the year. Yeah. So she's Hitmaker of the Year.
Did you
And-
see Rolling Stones just came out like right before we recorded?
No, I did not.
Oh, well, I'm going to break this news to you right now.
Oh.
The top 100 songs of 2023, Padam, number 20.
Okay, respectable.
Lana was number 3.
Oh, really? Which
Yeah,
one? Do you know?
A&W.
Okay. Okay.
And then there was like some men at number 1. Flowers is also up there.
It wasn't Morgan Wallen, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because he's obviously getting a lot of the, unfortunately based on data, getting a lot of these high positions and stuff, but we do not
Yeah, I don't get that.
partake. Mm-mm.
Remember that fight?
Yes, the
Queen
the
of
brawl
Pop.
at the
Oh,
porta potty.
Yeah. I'm going to have to put that in the nominations for iconic people in iconic places. Well, that's not really iconic.
It doesn't match either. Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Teasing up. The lows are incoming soon, everybody.
the lows, the Legends Only Awards are incoming. Everyone,
December 20th.
Yes,
Mark your calendars.
you're all invited.
Yeah.
You'll all be receiving your invites soon.
Yeah.
And one person who's definitely going to be attending is stepping out in New York lately. Well, where isn't she stepping out, to be honest? She does not ever deny an invite or a jet somewhere. Miss Dula Peep stepped out just a few days ago in a severe sleigh, this fur, presumably fake, jacket, and this just stunning dress looking so rich.
Well, she is. So
And she is. Yeah, this was, again, this is a audio production, so not much we can relay here, but she looked phenom. She's doing these sort of pop-up moments, like she's showing up to DJ and play Houdini, and she comes and she goes. You know what? It's a true to life song.
Yeah, that song certainly did come and go.
Well, perhaps it has more longevity with the extended edit. She's out now. Well, maybe the song took itself a little too literally. We'll see.
I just think Dance the Night is still so big.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like even with Tate, it's like Greedy is like still like
yeah,
climbing.
to have X's out is like, but Greedy is
like, but
yeah,
she still hasn't. So it's not a bad thing. It's like
not a
you're
bad
still.
Thing. I wonder if they were dead set on repeating the success of Future Nostalgia, which was November through the spring, like the trajectory. Don't start now into.
Yeah, she gave a little tease.
Yeah.
And then the holidays are going to come and then she's going to come back up.
Yeah. But we'll see. Yes, the extended edit is out now also of Houdini, which actually she also did that amazing live extended Don't Start Now. Remember that a few years ago? Like 7-minute version. This is similar vibes. Like I appreciate her mixes are all really good and it has a really good intro. And new vocals, good for the clubs. Yeah, good for the mixers, the new DJs.
Mariah's Impact, just saying.
Always Mariah's Impact.
Well, get your phones out, girls.
If they're not
time
already.
For our next segment that we like to call
TikTok Talk. Well, we have a legend to thank.
There is. This is like one of my favorite things that happens on TikTok is like you'll find a Vine star from the past who's like, this is me. And we've had another one of those moments.
We sure have. The Stan Twitter meme girl named Ari, I believe, Arii.
Which is iconic.
Yes. Outsold the other one. You'll know her best as the one who is posing against a wall and people put in their fave posters, CDs.
Yeah, they'll put like a tote bag in her
she's
hand.
Holding a tote.
They cover the wall in merch and like they'll put like a hat on.
Yeah.
You know it.
You absolutely know it. We'll have it on the carousel on Instagram, but in any case, a gay summoned her on TikTok and was like, I need to know the story. And she told the tale, which isn't all that exciting, but who knew that she would shake culture the way she did?
Yeah. And she loves it.
She loves it, which is the important part.
Mm-hmm. I was like eating that day, so I wanted a photo.
She was like, my outfit ate, and I asked my friend to take photos. And a legend was born at the age of 15, I think she said she was.
Wow, damn.
I know. So now people just use it.
I didn't even have a cell phone at that age.
No.
But yeah, this is cool to see. I just love seeing, especially too with memes, because it can go either way. You know, like someone cannot, like it can be really
they could be embarrassed or whatever.
Yeah. So it's cool to see that she's loves it.
Why not? Use it for all your faves.
And speaking of memes, the Teletubbies account used a meme of MC Deborah on their main account.
Shout out to everybody. I had fun.
I gotta be good.
And this sent me into another orbit. And the comments in it were like, when Gen Z enters the workplace and like all this stuff. But I love MC Deborah. If you don't know MC Deborah, she is a legend.
And
of
there
the
are
New York
so
City
many
ballroom
memes.
Scene. And all of the memes are, I wonder if the YouTube videos are still up.
I'm sure.
But like all those clips of like, she's about to do what she's about to do. And like all those memes are from these like almost vlog style on the street.
Like interviews
after the balls would let out.
Yeah.
And they would just talk with all of the legends from the balls. And yeah, they're all up on YouTube. And so, yeah, this was just cool to see.
The Teletubbies account in general is unhinged.
Yeah.
They always keep pushing the boundaries, but this is so funny. And it's relatable and true. It manages to address the sun going down early and the horrifying baby sun that is in Teletubbies, which scared me.
Yeah.
It still scares me. It's the weirdest part of Teletubbies for sure. And there's a lot of weirdness in Teletubbies.
We also have another meme edit this week.
We do.
George Santos has been booted the house from,
the
literally
house.
from the house.
Diva down.
Oh.
And for what? Spending on OnlyFans and Sephora and what else?
You guys want your soundbite?
Paying down the debts on the credit cards.
Yeah. So there's a meme, and I don't know the exact credit of this one because I've seen multiple people
I've seen
do
multiple.
it. So we will post the one on our carousel, but if it's the wrong originator, I'm sorry. But they put over the Drag Race exit music.
Yes.
Over the George Santos. You guys want a soundbite?
Look, you all want a soundbite. This is the third time we're going through this. I don't care. I was sent here by the people of the 3rd District of New York. I represent them, not the political class in Washington, D.C. If they want to send me home, if they think this was a fair process, if they think this is how it should be done, and if they're confident that this is a constitutional way of doing it, God bless their hearts.
It's so perfect because
so
it
wild.
really encapsulates the spirit of this isn't the last you'll see of me.
Yeah.
I am just getting started. It's very that energy of the queen who got voted out.
Yeah.
Or eliminated. And people have since green screened this into the actual workroom.
And she's airing everyone's dirty laundry out.
Oh, yeah.
On the way out.
Yeah.
Which I'm let them eat each other alive. I don't care.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. A clown of the highest order, a diva serving all the way down. This will make one hell of a Lifetime original TV movie.
Oh,
His
there's
life
going to
is-
be...
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it won't be a Oscar-winning movie, but it will be a Lifetime movie.
Yes.
Just incredible.
Because he's going to jail.
Yeah.
This is... Put him in jail with Jen Shah.
Just the sheer amount of back in the early days of the 9/11 story discrepancy, the drag photo, the pretending not to know what OnlyFans was until 3 weeks ago thing.
Yeah, and then someone pulling the receipts.
It's just an endless barrage of embarrassment. I've never seen somebody with a bigger humiliation kink. It's just so fucking funny.
It's wild. But then you know what I was thinking for a split second? I was like, the only reason why they're kicking him out is because he's gay. Because they're all fucking scammers.
Right. Well, yes. But he's so loud about his lies.
Right. Well, I
mean, they
come
all
on.
are. They all.
The fucking one at the top is the biggest fucking liar of them all. They're booting him out.
But I
digress.
But I feel like he was just so bad at it, even worse than others, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. There is also a hint of that.
Yeah. Part of me was like, you only got booted because you're gay. And so I was like...
Didn't help.
I 1 second, I was in defense. And then I'm like, obviously not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I know homophobia when I see it. But at the same time, you're a fucking scammer.
All I know is that it's not even going to be a day before it's announced that he's on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, true.
This is absolutely going to be the quickest turnaround. He's going to be on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Let's have him on Legends Only. Any albums you want to talk about before you get sent to the clink?
Well, did you see Trisha Paytas retweeted?
Yeah, it said, who's this?
They were like, oh, George Santos should be on Trisha's pod. And she said, who?
Yeah. And then I loved all the comments underneath that were like, you're a public figure. You should be paying attention to this stuff. It's important.
They were doing that to Trisha?
Yeah. There was these raging comments underneath.
Okay.
Ugh.
She didn't even know. She thought Darren Criss sang Teenage Dream was the originator of that song. There's a big blind spot with her pop culture awareness. Anyway, what else we got?
Well, speaking of flops.
Oh.
Now, I wanted to include this because I feel like it will make you feel better about, because you you hate AI and she's coming for your gig.
Yeah.
Did you see the flop AI singer?
Sure did.
So there is an AI singer named Anna Indiana, which already is clown.
Already.
And
I saw what they did there. AI. Anna Indiana AI.
Oh, that's so clown.
So clown.
Anna, whatever. Anna idiot. That's kind of a sleigh though.
No, she's
Anna idiot. Wait, that's kind of a sleigh.
Well, that's your AI. When you create one, that's different.
Literally. So Anna Indiana tweeted, "Hello world, I'm Anna Indiana and I'm an AI singer-songwriter. Here's my first song, Betrayed by This Town." Which okay. Everything from the key, tempo, chord progression, melody notes, rhythm, lyrics, and my image and singing is auto-generated using AI. I hope you like it. And it is literally so wretched.
All the replies are uniformly Kill yourself.
The replies are so insane. This is the worst thing I've ever heard. She'll be on some gay's Spotify Wrapped in 2024.
Well, that's true. This is M3gan's debut, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
Then someone said yet another, I should know, it's the Roman numerals chord progression that's used in every other pop song from 1996 to today.
oh, shit. Getting technical
Please
with
Alt
it.
F4 yourself. Oh my God. Fuck off.
I mean, so my thing is like, this has been around forever in a lot of ways. Like I've always talked about like Hatsune Miku and like virtual idols and stuff. So that's not like that crazy, but there's still, I guess, a human touch to the production. Whereas I guess this one is bragging about the fact that every element is AI.
Because there's AI things that will give you chord progressions, but that's like, there's a science to it.
Well, we'll see how Anna's recording career takes off.
Yeah, Ashley O v Anna Indiana v Megan.
Honestly.
Wait, that's a new girl group.
Yeah, the Plastics.
Well, one song that is not AI
Oh my God.
is my brand new song that I posted on TikTok.
It's blowing up.
This is actually wild.
Yeah.
This may be my top TikTok moment.
Yeah.
I'm a little shook.
Mm-hmm.
But it is Kelly versus Abby Lee Miller as a Jersey Club remix.
This was inspired. This is truly you in your element in many ways. Dance Moms, Jersey Club, fighting.
Yeah. Well, like this scene became a meme and it like resurfaced.
Yeah, Dance Moms clips keep coming up.
Yeah. And what's wild is the girls are now in their mid-20s.
Yes. Having that reunion for 2024.
Yeah. And I'm just like they are now the age that we were when we like first met and we're like going out to the Ritz, which is like boggles my mind.
I know.
And so I was like, I know the kids are going to love this one. You know?
Yeah.
Look at my little setup too.
I know you debuted your DJ setup.
I built a little, she's bootleg, but it worked.
It works. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Show business, baby.
That's
Smoke
right.
and mirrors.
Exactly.
Nothing you can't do with a good light.
You've seen what those MUA's tables look like with they've got all the products and lights just splattered everywhere, but it doesn't look like it in the video.
James Charles commented and said it is iconic.
Well, there.
And
Speaking of MUA's,
eaten alive in the comments underneath. Like the way that people are, but the way that TikTok gives you notifications, everyone who's coming for James Charles, it reads as if they're coming for me.
I made that mistake and came for somebody who was actually coming for somebody in the comments.
Me too.
Because right now, you know how I posted 500 Kylie videos? There are Madonna versus Kylie meltdowns in my comments right now, like constantly. And some of them just look like, go fuck yourself, loser. And I'm just like, I'm going to fucking write back. And then it's like, oh, you two sort it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I open up TikTok like notifications and the top one was like, you are the most disgusting human being on the planet. I can't believe that you still have a platform. And I just like, I wrote back and then I was like, oh wait, they were responding to James Charles' comment.
The TikTok notifications do fuck me up.
Yeah.
Like they're a little misleading.
They sure are. And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Also, Brooke and Paige,
From
who
the
are
show.
Kelly's daughters, did videos with the sound.
I mean, that's the ultimate seal of approval.
It's just like wild to think that they were like literally in this room.
How are you feeling about this blowing up the way it has?
I honestly feel like it's iconic.
Uh-huh.
And I also, because like I'm in the video.
Yes.
And I was like, because you told me like you have to push yourself out more. You got to like share your shit. You got to be out there. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I built my little set and I was like nervous as fuck to like physically be in the video because I'm like, I don't want people to eat me up, especially Gen Z. Like, don't eat me alive. Like, who is this old man like making a bop?
Right.
But I feel better.
I think this is the ultimate validation then.
Yeah. I'm like,
what a way to start.
I got to do more now.
You do.
I want to put my Taylor remixes up. But yeah, because all the people, like the artists that I am inspired by that like blow up from TikTok that were like getting no streams 3 years ago and then just kept at it and are now having millions of streams a month. That's what they did.
Yeah.
They put themselves out there. So I'm like, you just got to do it.
You just have to do it, unfortunately or fortunately. It's just the way that the people are consuming content
Yes,
these days.
it is.
It's that dumb, and yet it could mean everything. So I'm glad
And I did
that
this
you
in
did it.
one take. I said, just fucking play the
That's-
song
But
and
that's
do it.
also the part of it is like, it's almost like they sense it. They want that candid sort of on the fly recording style.
Mm-hmm.
So you did the assignment.
And I did get a lot of comments that were like, I can see the joy in your face. And I'm like, oh my God, this comment just made my day.
That's another part of it. You're not playing a song that you don't actually like.
Yeah.
Like, you're playing something you actually love. So
It's hard to like, there's like certain things that like I literally am like bursting at the seams with excitement. And I'm like, I feel like a clown, but you have to like push past that.
that's how I feel about like my rampant posting about Aloud lately. Also, is like, I even posted that thing that was like, this will continue. I don't care, because it's like, I just accessed some part of me that sparked joy
Yes.
that I haven't felt in a long time. I'm just going to hold on to
Let
this
it out.
feeling. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be extra about it, because I don't feel that way about music that much anymore. Whatever. It's just pop culture, whatever. I don't get that
It's
excited.
further and few between.
Yeah. I
would
got my
say.
legends.
Yeah.
And so when I seek them out. So like the same with you is if this song production is sparking joy, just follow that bliss.
Mm-hmm. But it's also like rewind to what we would talk about, like people making Tumblrs and like all the people on TikTok that we follow, where we're like, I don't want to make a Tumblr, but I love watching someone who's passionate about what they're doing, even if I'm not interested.
Right.
Like I could listen to Bee Lady talk about bees all day.
Oh, yeah.
I could watch Miss Dutchie paint a Tumblr all day, because you know that they're having fun. It's fun to watch people have fun.
It is. It's fun
So-
to watch people do their hobbies.
I hope that people listening are inspired in some way with whatever it is that they
I think
want
they will
to
be.
do or create or
Yeah.
explore. So yeah.
Yeah. Inspirational. And who better than to talk about who you've been inspiring lately?
She's starting.
She's
my God.
Not starting. She's been
She's
deep in
a
the trenches.
Stan.
Your number one stan, Dorinda,
Dorinda.
Medley,
Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so
Radio Antsy.
I'm going to insert the clip here.
It's one of my favorites. Oh, yeah.
I'm coming down the chimney with my tits out.
Yes, T. Kyle. You know why I like that song, Matt?
Why do you like this song?
Feels very 80s to me.
Okay.
Slightly inappropriate, lots of fun. And, who cannot dance to Coming Down the Chimney with Your Tits Out? What do you think of that, Lee? Are you offended as a young woman?
I'm not offended.
Oh.
No, I think it's kind of funny.
Yes. What a nice beat, right?
Yeah.
It makes me want to come down the chimney with my tits out.
You can groove to it.
This made my entire week.
First of all, this is like the kind of thing you would dream from like a bought cameo thing.
Yes.
And it's just free promo from a housewife, like standing you.
This is to me what you experience with Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
Noticing you at the pool.
Yes.
Like that is the level of the only way this could get better is if like Luann sang my song.
That is the ultimate. Yeah.
That is like icing on the
Yeah.
cake. But yeah, this makes me so happy.
It's truly the combination of all of your interests in one thing right now.
Yeah.
It's like a housewife validating your burgeoning music career on Radio. It was Radio Andy.
Yeah, on our show.
Yeah. Just crazy. Rewind to the days that you said, I think I'm going to start music production classes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I bought that little keyboard for Christmas of 2020. And I was like, I need a present under my tree.
And now you have Dorinda introducing your song on the radio. That's just insane.
But like singing it and like standing it.
Oh, yeah.
And when she's like, it's a little inappropriate, but like I want to, I'm like, and the 80s reference too. It is very
It's a
like,
true lover of music.
oh my God.
Maybe it was too ahead of its time for certain people.
Yeah, it's like, it's funny because I got the message that was like, Dorinda's obsessed with your song. And I was like, okay, like I didn't really believe it. And then this, I was like, oh.
She's taking it upon herself to promote it.
She knows
yeah.
every word.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
God, that's so good.
I'm obsessed. Also, too, and then I'll stop talking about myself, but I'm sorry. I'm like literally so fucking ecstatic about this song. the instrumental got picked up by the Spotify algorithm, and she is starting to outsell the lyric version on Spotify in the past week.
Really?
Yeah. And so again, you told me to put both up.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's
put
true.
both up just in case.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, why not? And now,
Wait, I wonder what people are doing. I mean, besides it being a bop, like, I wonder if people are doing versions of it, maybe, or I don't know. But
well, because you can look, I love data, but like you can see where it's all coming from. And it hit the radio, the Spotify radio, which means that it's coming up in
it's
people's
being in the like playlist and
recommended.
algorithms and stuff. Yeah.
So if you're like listening to an instrumental track and you hit like start radio,
Okay.
which I love that, not sponsored by Spotify. Like none of this is, I'm not like,
No, but I'm so sorry
Their
to the
analytics-
Apple Replay girls.
well, the analytics, if you're an artist you
On
get more
Spotify, you
details
get more-
on Spotify about
Yeah.
your audience and where it's coming from. And
Totally.
yeah, but the instrumental was like out charting this week. And I'm like, oh,
That's cool.
yeah.
I mean, like,
It was on like a deep house playlist, and I was like, oh my
Oh.
God, is this like actually It's happening.
It's happening.
Oh, she's an artist. She's a singer. She's a songwriter.
A charting artist.
I wonder if Dorinda knows that it's me singing it. I don't think she does.
I don't think she does.
Even better. The elusive chanteuse.
Yes.
It's so funny.
This was the plan all along anyway. A little
Yeah.
elusiveness.
Ugh, I gotta bust her out soon. I
Yeah.
can just go all in.
At this point,
Who wants to invest?
we need her to perform it live.
Oh, Dorinda.
Yes.
I
Oh
mean,
my
she
God.
basically did.
Yeah.
I loved the comments that were like, oh my God, her vibrato. I do have Dorinda. I know you're not listening to this, but there is I have an I Made It Nice thing that's in the works.
Oh my God.
So enough about that. But yeah, stream I'm Coming Down Your Chimney. There's only 3 weeks left until the holiday season.
That's right.
So now or never. But in other new music news, I did want to shout out a song by an artist, Zerb, and a singer, Sophia Netsu. I may be pronouncing that the wrong way. I apologize. The song is called Mwaki, and it is skyrocketing on the global, like the viral global Spotify chart.
Is it a TikTok hit?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's a Brazilian producer
Oh, nice.
and a singer from Kenya. And his whole concept was like, is it possible for two strangers on opposite sides of the world to collaborate together, not having met and not being in the same room, and still, through the power of music, create something? Like there was like a deeper kind of meaning, and it's like skyrocketing, and it's a really cool, yeah, it's just a very interesting, unique sounding song.
Nice. We'll
Yeah.
have it. We've got a lot of offerings on our Legends Only weekly playlist. We have all of the songs that we talk about every week. So check that out on the streamers as well. And that'll be there. As will the new selections from Miss Slater.
Slay!
Emphasis on the slay. Starfucker finally has its own title track as
Yeah.
a deluxe track. Starfucker, the song is amazing. Produced by Circuit of Kesha, Ava Max fame. You knew it was going to be a banger. James Dean, and the song that did come out with Lolo, Makeup. So we got 3 songs. It's just a nice little cherry on top of a stellar album. And now the deluxe edition has the songs like coming in, which I thought was an interesting. I don't know if you saw that. The deluxe has the intro songs as Starfucker, Makeup, James Dean, and then it goes into I Love Hollywood.
Probably
that's
smart for streaming.
Yeah. So check those out. My personal favorite being Starfucker. Yeah. What else we got of the new bops of the week? Oh, yes. We mentioned Houdini Extended is out. So if you would like to come and go just a little longer.
Music is quieting down.
It's quieting
This time of year.
down to a degree. We also have, out of nowhere, I meant to mention this. Well, we said this, the Taylor Swift You're Losing Me from the Vault. I make sure that's on the list. And then Lana Del Rey, out of nowhere, covered Take Me Home, Country Roads.
Oh.
It's delightful. I think she's been teasing like an American Classics record covers album. I think it's about time for that. I think that would be that could actually make her explode in different local territories. That would be such a smart entry point. Like all these people who listen to like American standards or whatever would finally listen to Lana and then slowly slide into her discography. And then there is also a new song that was a bit of a spoiler for the Renaissance film as well, which, I mean, do we talk about it here or should we get into Renaissance?
Well, I just have one other recommendation
Ooh,
that I
okay.
wanted to throw in here from someone that I follow on TikTok. The song is called Shoreditch by VRDNYN. I have trouble pronouncing the artist name,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a housey. He did this TikTok that was like a green screen of that meme of like Donald Duck and like Winnie the Pooh dancing
Mm-hmm.
in a Zara, and was like when you and your friend go into a Zara and you leave with 7 new songs to add to your playlist,
Oh, yeah.
which is it's so true. Like
Yeah.
those,
It's funny. That's like one of the generational divides I feel when Gen Z like makes fun of the H&M or Zara playlist. I'm like, but I love all those songs.
oh, they used to eat the fuck up.
Yeah, I know. Like, what do you have against dance pop?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like going to Hollister until that one gay told me I was too fat.
Yeah.
But like the bops, so like that was a funny caption that he posted.
That's funny. Yeah.
And it went viral on TikTok. So he released it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called Shoreditch. It's just like a housey, just a bop.
Nice.
But yeah, my house.
Speaking of house and my house, shall we enter the house of Renaissance?
Yeah.
So T. Kyle and I went to the AMC theater. Should we gatekeep which theater?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
that fucking slayed.
It slayed. And I feel so sorry because I didn't know that we were a rarity in the sense that we had so much merch at our disposal.
Yeah.
Everyone else was like, where did you get that?
Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. I got 3 mini posters.
Buckets overflowing.
Yep.
Cups,
And shirts.
Shirts. I mean, we lucked out. So, yes, we did go to an undisclosed AMC. To be fair, like fully while people were working in the middle of the day.
Well,
Because neither of us work on Fridays.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But that's when people are like, "Oh, you had Friday off." I'm like, "Yeah, but I work Saturday, Sunday." So like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, we got in. And as a result, it was a fairly quiet theater experience.
It was,
But I
didn't mind.
No,
I was entranced.
I wanted to see the movie. I didn't want it to be yelling over anything because I knew there were documentary parts of it. So I'm like, let me take it all in. And then I do think it would be fun to go again, honestly, with a rowdy crowd.
On like a weekend night.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But now that I know what to expect, I would do that. Limited run. I think it's only a weekend or 2.
Ugh.
But so get in there now. Yeah. So we settled in. And honestly, I thought they were going to do the AMC intro with Nicole, but it just went into it.
Yeah. We did get the previews.
We did get the previews, but then it also had a different intro. It said, enjoy your concert,
Mm-hmm.
which they definitely probably made first for Eras and then for this.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then it started off with the sensory overload warning because of the flashing lights. I love how blunt it opens. It's so like fast. Just gets you right into the stadium. The screaming fans. And then, oh yeah, they were like gated off to run into the floor section. The anticipation of that was like a good, tense beginning. Should we talk about just overall feelings?
Yeah. So overall, I feel, and this is like after processing for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like this is probably the greatest entertainment film piece that I've ever seen in my life. Not just from the like if you look at it from a literal standpoint of like it's a movie of the Renaissance tour, which like if you look in the past, artists have done concert films. I mean, I have the Dignity tour on DVD, Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
Like this is not a new concept, but that on top of the editing, the audio, I mean, even like in the theater, the way that like the sound was edited to like surround you. Like there were moments where I felt like I was there again, like the way that the sound would move around the room and just the intricate details of the clock ticking, like when it would be a very still moment and the moments of silence, and everything about it was so intricately done. It was absolutely phenomenal. Like I was blown away.
Yeah, I walked out of it saying, I don't know, because I have recency bias, which is when you can't quite tell from up close after having seen something, but maybe I was like, at least it's up there for sure with Madonna's Truth or Dare, which is like very much like a pioneering documentary concert film experience, but it's definitely up there. Like I wouldn't rank anything, but like it is that good. And the way they managed, like you said, the editing is phenomenal. The way that they effortlessly cycle through outfits, especially, and blink and you miss it kind of thing, where you
it's totally a blink and you miss it.
Yeah, subtle. I think the bigger thing I took away from this is not only the tour, but the movie is just one big love letter to the fans, the crew, the family, the Black LGBTQ community, to truly everyone who's been with her on the journey to Destiny's Child, and to the legends who paved the way before her. Like, it made it so clear that she was saying thank you. The way that it's including so much fan footage was very much like, I see you, because she knows that you would be excited if you're in her movie. Like, it was thanking so many Beehive members. It was thanking her family, and the ways that she highlighted the ball scene, the Uncle Johnny segment, the way that she emphasized it was a safe space. It's so important and meaningful and beautiful how much she catered to, this music and this community that has been with her for much longer than like people realize. The Uncle Johnny stuff specifically was a real highlight.
Oh, I started crying. Could you tell?
Yes, I did too.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's a replica of the dress, but to wear the dress was incredible. And the way Tina cried.
I was like holding it back because we were it was a very intimate theater. And I was like, if I sniffle, every bitch in here is
I think everyone
me.
was crying.
Oh,
I definitely cried. It's just really, Tina was a highlight as well throughout. Yeah.
To that point about what Beyonce said, and I believe it was towards the beginning, where she said, like, with everything that's happening in the world, I want to create a space where everyone feels welcome and safe.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because, like, going back to when we talked about going, I feel like I said something to the effect of, like, it was so bizarre to me how safe I felt inside of a massive stadium. Because, like, I have mild, fun fact for everyone, developed some sense of agoraphobia recently. And I really get overwhelmed and scared in big crowds. And so I was extremely anxious, and driving to MetLife, I was having like panic. I was like, where's the exit? I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Plus it's hot. And then I got there, and it really, like, I immediately felt that. And so to hear her say that, like, that was my intention. I'm like, you did it. Like, you really did it. Like, I immediately felt safe and comfortable and joyful. Like, just everyone there was a good energy all around.
Completely. And I think they've done it before in other documentaries, but I don't remember seeing such emphasis on the building of the set and the thankfulness that she expresses for, this is a stadium tour, so we create our own roof. She outlined how it works with setting stages up and breaking them down, and the 160 truckers and all of that. It means a lot. And I think it's very easy. And I'm not blaming like pop stars or stuff. It's easy just to show the show. Most people just show the show.
Yeah. It's Femme Fatale tour DVD.
Right. But like, but she has said like, it was really important for her to show that what goes into creating this community, tour family. I thought that was so cool and fascinating that she had 4 years worth of concept photos that flipped by way too fast.
Oh, I need to.
That part was like,
I can't wait to go frame by frame.
Yeah.
Through that. And the lighting design segment too.
The lighting was crazy.
And I'm like, oh, no, pause. Like, I want to go back. I want to go back.
I mean, her little legends binder of just stage concepts was like, oh my God. And that's to my next point is we talk a lot about pop stars and how much they're actually involved. And I just was blown away by the amount that Beyonce is the director of her life and career and this stage show. That was a big highlight watching her. She said, especially as a Black woman, I feel I have to fight a lot to get what I want. And she feels like everything is a battle. And then they show some examples. And it's, of course, men all telling her,
We can't do that.
We can't do
Nope.
that.
Nope, that doesn't exist. She's like, well, actually, I Googled it.
that
I'm like,
was
"Oop."
the biggest gag.
Yeah.
And she said, really, no, not a 6mm. You can't go bigger with the fisheye lens. Or then there was, the other thing. She's like, I Googled it. Actually, it exists. If you're Beyonce and you have to do that, like, you can only imagine. Like, truly, everyone has to put up with such bullshit. But there's something sort of relatable or maybe even comforting to know that even Beyonce doesn't get what she wants until she explicitly confronts and asks. And so, and it shouldn't be that way for anyone, but whether it's laziness or just people thinking you're not as involved.
The voice of every person that was telling her no was a man.
Well, yes,
So
exactly. But it was just a beautiful segment to show just how involved she is. And then, of course, all the meetings and the lighting segment was crazy. Just get that one on me there and that there and that. It's overwhelming, and that's the word I use most for this movie, because I get tripped up. I'm a detail-oriented person. I'm really not a big idea person. I would not get past the lighting of the first song alone, and that's just the lighting. Like, the way that she has to tackle so many details, the outfits and everything, just insane. And I recognize she's not the only one, and a lot of our legends also do that, but this movie really highlighted that she is not a vessel. She is very much the voice of like how this show should look.
yeah.
And that's so cool.
The one part where she talked about how she's not a machine,
Mm-hmm.
but there was one scene that really stood out to me, and it was when it was a very close up of her face,
Mhm.
and I believe she's at like a guardrail and she's watching something happen in like the lighting or something, and you just see her eyes darting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she's dead quiet, and it's very intimate and it's very quiet. It's an extended moment, and you just see her eyes darting everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the genius at work.
Mhm.
And like, that is the face of someone who is thinking 10 million things in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just like, it gave me chills, because I was like, I know that feeling.
Mhm.
And to see it in her was like, I don't know, there was just something really cool about it. It was
Absolutely.
so still, and it was so like, yeah, and she had no makeup on. And
Yeah.
it was really awesome to see.
It was. And it also really emphasizes the fact that that's only one of her jobs. Like, obviously, this was also very family oriented. And another huge highlight of this was the Blue Ivy section, which was really illuminating because, of course, there's all these things we don't know. We would have never known that Blue Ivy was only supposed to do one night, and that she had seen friends, presumably on TikTok, show her fucking shitty comments about her dancing. And so, as Matthew Knowles said, she's got that, that Knowles DNA or whatever. It lit a fire under her ass at 11 to prove the haters wrong and grow across the shows. And it was cool to see Beyonce be like, absolutely not. She's 11. This is too much for her. But then I sort of allowed her, if she puts in the hard work, because you can't just be, she basically implying like they're Nepo babies. Like, I don't want them to be spoiled. It was so emotional to see. And that is a very grown up 11-year-old already. Speaks very well for herself for an 11-year-old about like how she felt in that moment, which I'm sure like all celebrity babies sort of have to, well, no, some are coddled, but she's probably had to grow up a lot, especially if she sees any negativity about herself. But the way that the gentle parenting moment when they're discussing set list and Blue's like, you can't get rid of Diva. It's one of your best. She snapped.
spilled.
She did.
And like, it literally became a meme. So
It did. But it's a really cool thing to see Beyonce sort of gently be like, you can't speak over me right now. Because there is this sort of feeling that Blue Ivy is her manager, which is true.
But the way that even she's like, Blue, like we love and appreciate your ideas, but you can't talk over other people. Like, it was cute. It wasn't like,
and I don't, I'm not really into praising men, but like, I thought it was beautiful how Jay-Z and Beyonce both spoke to her in the plane, and they were just being like, you did such a good job, or, they were really comforting and praising, and they give a lot of love. That's a lot of the very lovely family, the way they speak to each other, even Jay to Bey, asking her at the very end and when she's having her like sandwich or whatever, like how she felt. There's a lot of praise and love and good energy in that family. seeing Rumi do the unique dance was
Mhm.
hilarious. That was
I saw a TikTok today and I hit repost on it, but it's a woman and she's talking and like the captions like the Renaissance movie changed my life. And she talks specifically about the Blue Ivy moment where like the friend sent her something that was negative, which like that's not a friend.
that's not a friend.
Blue, which I hope Beyonce had that conversation.
I hope so.
Because friends don't do that.
Yeah.
But she, this TikToker is talking about how the losing the fear of being seen trying is so important in life. And she talks about how like seeing Beyonce talk to Blue and Blue refusing to let fear take over because of some negativity was so inspiring for her. And it's such a huge thing.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to be seen trying.
Yeah.
Like if you're showing up and you're just trying to follow your passion, don't be afraid of negativity.
Yeah, it was cool and it was also cool to see that Beyonce said she trusted her dance captain so much with Blue, and seeing that whole dynamic was so interesting. And she got to showcase just the dancers following their dreams and tearing up seeing the stage and
the TikToker she hired.
Oh yeah,
that is also such a huge inspirational moment too. Is like
she said her wig fell out. She kept moving.
Because, like, think about, I mean, even for us, like, I know how we are. Like, we always get hung up on details. And, like, oh, this isn't perfect enough. This isn't good enough. And look at what happened. It's like this dancer showed, you know, what would be considered, quote unquote, an accident.
Yeah.
And just kept going. And Beyonce's like, that's the attitude that I want in the show. You're hired. That is so fucking inspiring.
So inspiring.
But to the point of, quote unquote, imperfections or, like, whatever, the fact that they included the Alien Superstar power outage.
I mean, that was a gag. That was incredible.
The editing was fucking brilliant.
It was
on that.
so good.
Like we were both like, like the mic was like cutting out.
Like I knew because I had seen a spoiler that they address it, but I just assume there would be a segment that she would say like, you know, not every night is perfect, and they'd show like a little montage to include it in like what is essentially the main set list was so cool.
Yeah. But to take something that like, because if you think of Beyonce, like you think of perfection, like as a fan, like I always have said, like, how do you top that? Like, this is perfect. This is perfect. To include this moment in the documentary where all the power goes out, and to take a quote unquote error or mistake and turn it into this like Cavant moment where she's like, okay, we've got 3 minutes. Let's change. And that moment where she comes up in the bee costume was so fucking fierce. Like the chills that went through my whole body.
Yeah.
And it's like that moment in the documentary would not have been so Cavant if it wasn't for this mistake happening. And I feel like it's a bigger inspiration to be like inspired by your moments of imperfection, flaws and all, as she literally says in the beginning. It's like it reshaped my own like perception on art and creativity in such a profound way. I don't even know how to put I'm struggling to explain myself because the way that she like incorporated these moments and turned them literally like it was so Cavant.
Absolutely. And then, you know, lighter hearted moments, you know, actually talking about the actual show itself. First of all, obvious, phenomenal. We've seen it. Incredible. Shot the best it could have ever possibly been. Looks so sleek and excellent. But, you know, there's certain things people are waiting for, including the mute challenge. There's a sense of humor in the editing sometimes.
Through the whole movie.
I
was like busting out laughing, giggling through so many moments.
She knows what she's doing so often, and she knew what she was doing, throwing Cardi, looking around, trying to the mute challenge.
I was suffocating a little bit. I was like,
I know, that was just funny. And she knew what she was doing, holding it out for that long. I love the fact that
so long.
She throws in so many celebrities throughout the night, but they all look like fans. They just, it's not like there's a lower third that's like, oh, Lizzo was there.
Right.
Like, it's just like.
This is crowd reactions done perfectly.
Yeah.
There were so many that were so funny.
Yeah.
Like literally shaking and crying.
Yeah.
There was a lot that were like emotional, But yeah, I heard like you giggling a lot. Like I was giggling. But like imagine sitting there and all of a sudden you just see your face in a split second shaking and crying. I would ascend into another planet.
It was so funny. Very cool. And that's why I think it really is a love letter, because she knows what it means to include your faces forever in that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of fan reactions and it's intentional, I think.
Yeah, it's
like,
done right.
Yeah, completely. So glad we got the elusive 3 songs that she cuts and includes.
We got the big 3.
We got the big 3. Thick, All Up in Your Mind.
Justice for All Up in Your Mind.
And Drunken Love. Yeah, very cool to see because I had not seen it, obviously, up close. Yeah. Including...
And Thick, another thing I felt through the movie, because being there live, I was like, there's no way that a movie can capture the feeling of being present. Like, I just feel like it, at least I've always felt that way. Like, it's not the same as like actually being there.
Yeah.
This was better than, like, there was something about, like, I felt like I was there.
Yeah, the shooting was just immaculate. And to see all of her reactions and facial expressions really up close like that was so cool. And then it's almost an afterthought, but her vocals are so insane that it's like unreal. And it looks effortless. And then she even talked about she had vocal hemorrhaging way back in the day that almost...
That accident that they showed.
Oh, yeah. Her smacking up against the stage, dangling in 2009, then having a knee injury remedied a month before this tour, like getting injections into the knee. It's just insane. And it's to all those points, it's just like, you know, when Stan Twitter's like, Stan Twitter is like, she's not dancing as much as she used to. Oh, it's like, you don't even know the half of what's happening behind the scenes.
I actually felt like the movie, because watching the show on TikTok and stuff, and then, you know, I was in the nosebleeds
right
at the stadium, but like, you know, watched the big screens. The movie, like, she's is going hard.
Absolutely.
Like, I was like, wait, what the hell is anyone ever talking about? Like, the moments where she goes hard were, like she said, with the lighting, you know, there's moments to simplify, then there's moments to go in. The moments that she did go hard, I'm like, no, she's like fucking killing it. What was anyone ever talking about?
I mean, this is crude to say, but I feel like she's become a master of edging in a ways, because it's like timing. Like, you don't have to give all that choreo away in every song like that. Like, you work up to it and then like you explode, and it's so much more effective in my opinion. And the whole show is like a masterful, like, edging you up and up, and the energy gets more and more euphoric. And I thought I was going to miss it, but I don't. And it makes complete sense to scrap a majority of the opening, quote unquote, act. It was just the right amount of.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got my favorite song in, so I'm not mad. Dangerously in Love gets a full version. It got the point across.
It did.
And honestly, the movie was 3 hours already. Something had to go. And if it was to get the big 3 and not the ballad section, that's fine. But yeah, it was just...
And who knows? I mean, Taylor's putting out an extended.
That's true.
So Beyonce may put out...
The footage is there, surely.
Yeah, she could put out like a documentary-free version, honestly.
Yeah, she's got at least
not
a 4 hour...
Not that I want that. I'm just saying, like...
Yeah.
She clearly filmed a lot. Like, there's so many variations that she could still put out into the world.
Oh, yeah.
Know what one thing I was thinking of that could be so cool? The way that she changed costumes so much.
Yeah.
What if there was like an interactive, like, pick your Renaissance?
I know. I was thinking literally of that kind of too.
You're like, my favorite outfits, which a lot of them did get included.
Yeah.
Like the hot pink.
Oh,
we got the wiggle. She did not cut the fucking titty wiggle. Thank God. We got the tit shake wiggle.
I was nervous because she was wearing that head to the one that I don't love so much. She was wearing it a lot. The colorful one.
The color block geometric.
Yeah. Was it during Cuff It?
Oh, I love that one.
Maybe it wasn't that one. But there were some like sexier outfits that I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And then she does show them. But yeah, you get all the outfits, to be honest. And at least my blue flame one, I think that's my favorite one. The flame. There's 2 variations, like a yellow, orange flame and a blue flame. Love those. But you get all the outfits, a lot of them.
Yeah.
And
but like how cool would it be if like you like log into like Parkwood Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
And you like go through and like you pick all your outfits.
That is cool.
The one thing I was thinking throughout the movie, I was like, how the fuck did they put together something this well edited that fast? And so I almost wonder if they like after Stockholm, like if they had the documentary done basically and built out like a skeleton of the doc and you just layered, anyway, I'm getting technical here, but you just layered the same shot from every single outfit.
I'm sure.
And you just sliced and diced and you could like customize your own Renaissance viewing of like my favorite outfits, and you could like rewatch it, and then you could go back and change it.
That's a cool idea.
She's certainly with that credit list, she's got enough people to figure
She
out
certainly
anything.
does. Yes.
But
Renee looked fabulous. We got plenty of Renee.
we did.
And then the Destiny's Child reunion. Unfortunately, that's my only miss of the movie. Obviously, I would have loved that to be at a half hour. Like, what the hell did they talk about? But she teased that it was a very healing conversation.
I feel
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce, she's not an Easter egg girl,
Right. To a degree, she is.
but she is.
Yeah.
I felt like the inclusion of this was for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I predict that there is going to be something with all of them.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, say they come back as DC3, I do feel like there will be some kind of sonic thing with the five of them.
Recognition, yeah.
Because the way that, even in the way that it was voiced over, felt teasy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like, oh, we blah, blah, blah. Like it felt intentional.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't think we've seen the last of this.
I don't think so either.
Because if you're healing something,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like there wants to be something moving
New.
forward, new,
Obviously, I would be over the moon.
gagged.
Would love to see that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the credits roll. And unfortunately, I actually do wish she waited a week, because the people who saw the Thursday previews got the true gag of like seeing hearing a song that nobody knew was coming.
Yeah.
Like that's exciting. It did drop by midnight, but
That was the only thing that got spoiled for me.
yeah. But she put it on streaming. So I would have loved if she waited maybe till Monday to do it. I don't know, because then it could surprise more people. But still, it was very cool.
Know why I liked it?
Why?
Because I felt like, to our earlier point about the highlighting of the crew
Mhm.
and everything, the fact that she put a brand new unreleased song, or like, let's say you're not like tuned with everything that's like releasing, or if you don't have Spotify where it's like the release radar,
Mm-hmm.
and you're sitting there watching it blind, and you're like, wait a minute, I've never heard this. You're going to sit and you're going to watch all those credits. And
Yeah.
we sat there and we were like, I literally said to her, I was like, get a lawyer. She's got 12. I'm
Yeah.
like, we're sitting there like, holy shit, look at this massive amount of people that were involved in this while you're listening to a brand new song. It also
Smart.
felt intentional. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to sit here.
Yeah.
And I want you to watch and read and see every single name that's on this list.
Great point.
Because, I mean, even the way that she did the
Amorphous
typography.
is on there. Like all the
Yes.
people. Yeah.
It was like there was no hierarchy. It was like everyone was listed
Yeah.
on this thing.
That's a really great point.
Because I feel like you are the visuals that we've joked about
Yeah.
this entire time. It really was like you, the fans, you, the crew, you, like everyone
Yeah.
else. You are all this.
And can I also just say, like, at this point, if the visuals come fine, but like this movie is
Is it?
absolutely enough. And
Yeah.
if she decided that she shot all the videos and it's not up to par to her, then it's not. Maybe it'll come someday, but something happened. But like also a lot of those visuals feel like they were the interludes in the actual tour. So
Yeah.
it's just we are the visual, and it's made it very clear in the concert film. But yeah, My House feel also a very interesting song because it feels sonically like it actually built the bridge between Beychella and Renaissance. It
Yeah.
starts out with the horns and everything like that. It's very, very her Coachella performance. It starts getting sort of like moody electronic, whatever dance by the time she's telling us all to get the fuck out of her house, which I love. The I carry. Just oof, it's good. I'm just sort of I mean, like we walked out, we were just like, how are we supposed to like just go to life?
Yeah.
Do
I was
life
like,
now.
now what?
She is just
Also, shout out to the Toxic sample. Making
oh yes,
it.
the brief moment between Thick and All Up in Your Mind, I think.
It was so subtle.
Yeah.
But like the green.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, the chills that went through my body. I was like, like that just was really
Yeah.
special.
I mean, her homages throughout, like the Diana Ross segment, the Tina Turner,
Madonna, shout out.
Madonna.
Oh, that was so good.
It's just such a honoring of everyone. And
Yeah.
can't say enough nice things about it. So in
I only
awe.
have one more thing to say.
Uh-oh.
And then I feel like I've covered everything from my notes. The segment, it was like 3/4 of the way through
Yeah.
where she talks about how she's reached a point in her life where she doesn't give a fuck.
Yes, that was a great one.
I really thought was fascinating because it's towards the end of the movie, and she's like, I've reached this point. I truly don't give a fuck. And it's like, in theory, if you think about it, because you've just watched her get really detailed about the lighting and the rehearsals and the stage and the costumes, and it's like, you do give a fuck. But when I get what she's saying when she says she doesn't give a fuck. It's like she knows that she's doing her best. She knows her power. She knows her talent. She knows her creativity. She trusts her instincts. She trusts her intuition. There's like a level of like not giving a fuck that I think is so aspirational as a creative to reach.
Yeah.
That I found really inspiring hearing her talk about it.
I think it was when she talked, the emphasis was on like people pleasing, and to have that segment of her challenging people who were saying no to her. I think that's like the example of what she meant. Like, she clearly gives a fuck about the show, but she's done. She would have accepted the fisheye lens that they had. She would have accepted the piece. But I think she's now like, no, I know my vision, and you're, so it's cool.
And that because we're both detail people.
Yeah.
And it's like, I do feel like you can be, it's like people are like, oh, don't overthink it, blah, blah. And it's like, the devil's in the details. But like, it was cool to see her be so detail oriented, but also have like free her mind of that people pleasing stress. I think is super. I need to get myself to that point.
Definitely. It was a super inspiring watch. And I came out of it just thinking like, you know, MJ, Madonna, Beyonce, like Prince, these are just these singular artists that like performers of our generation that the hype is real and valid, and
it is absolutely valid.
Like it's just astonishing. I just left feeling inspired, and I left the concert feeling inspired too. You felt that overwhelming feeling.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it enough. I think everybody should see it for a variety of reasons, and I don't even know what to say. It's just, as like some of the reviews have said, like, you think she's topped herself, and then it's like, oh, it just keeps
I didn't
elevating.
think anything could top the tour.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, and it did. Now I'm like, how the hell is she going to top this? But she will somehow.
Yeah. It's just so insane. It's truly larger than life. And all things considered, from what the glimpses that we were allowed to see, she seems really fucking down to earth and cool and happy. Like eating the chicken fingers she got from the South, being like, uh-oh.
The ginger shot.
Like, there are moments where you're just like,
I had mine this morning.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, Beyonce does this too.
Yeah. So I'm just in awe of that woman. And even more, like, whenever you hear that sort of like she's overrated criticism or anything like that, like this movie is just like, how could you say it?
Yeah.
How could you can't. Anyway.
Even if you don't like the music or this specific
album.
album.
You can respect the artistry that's gone into this.
Yeah.
100%. Anyway, haters are mad.
Cinematic masterpiece.
Truly.
I can't wait to listen to this with headphones. I know that sounds so stan Twitter, but like, I cannot wait to listen to this like at home.
Well, we need the live album now.
Yeah.
She should drop that for sure.
Just the effects, like the way that they would trail off different words, and you'd hear it like go like, whew. Anyway. Yeah.
Well,
we liked it. I don't know if you could tell.
Yes, we liked it. Check it out if you can. Yeah. I'm very excited. And I'm very excited for however it's released too. Like, I don't know what format it'll be.
I need to purchase it.
Yeah.
I don't need some like streaming only. I want to buy it. Thank you.
With accompanying live soundtrack.
Yes, in 4K.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And who knows, maybe even the visuals will be, bonus content on that.
Yeah.
You never know.
Wow. What a week.
What a week.
Well, let us know what you guys think over on Discord. We have a Renaissance Tour channel.
We sure do.
And we hope that you're having a great week. Go and see it. Not sponsored. We went and we paid our little AMC $22 a ticket. But let us know what you think. And if you are as gagged as we are. But we do have another movie to discuss. So
we do.
It's time for the after.
Time for the after show.
I cannot wait to tell you guys my thoughts on that one. All right, bye everyone. We'll see you every morning if you're following along on 31 Days of Bops.
Yep.
But if not, we will see you next week, and stay tuned for the lows. And until then,
we will
see you
soon.